Good afternoon, all of you. You are most welcome to Universal Foundation program related to ethics, integrity and aptitude. In this lecture, we are going to discuss the sample case studies of GS paper 4 regarding the aptitude and civil services. As an aspirant of UPSC, you must be ethical person. We already learned in the last lecture, and you must have the highest approach or the smart approach regarding the administration, as well as you must be aware regarding some social and ethical issues of the society. So in this lecture we are going to discuss regarding the case study of aptitude and the civil services. First of all, what is civil services? Civil services are those services which are related to the development of the masses or the citizens. Means we already had known about the food, shelter, education, water facilities and any other services which are provided by the government is considered as the public service. When we learn about the public services, there shall be a mutual understanding between the administration as well as the section of the various section or the citizens of the society. Without coordination, it can't possible to provide all public services to the masses in effective manner. So always remember that the bridge between the citizen and the administration we have to fill up, and while giving the answers of the case studies you must have holistic approach regarding the administration as well as the social problems faced by the our citizens or the society. Let me move forward regarding the case study, and after that we are getting understanding the demands of the demand of the case study as well as the questions given in the UPSC GS paper 4. Let me move forward. This is the case study. Sandeep has recently joined a new Panchayat secretary. What is the meaning of the Panchayat secretary? If we elaborate that concept, in many village there is the Panchayat secretary. We also call it as a Gram Panchayat secretary, means the Gram Sevak. In Maharashtra it is known as the Gram Sevak. Okay, and this department of Gram Sevak is under the rural department of Maharashtra or the India, and the highest authority of this department, means rural development department in the taluka level, is the block development officer. So let me consider about it. Sandeep has recently joined a new Panchayat secretary. In course of his official work, he received a circular directing him to convene a Gram Sabha meeting finalizing the action plan for the rural development program. We already know that rural development or the rural department, we call in Marathi Gramin Vikas Mantralay, rural development department. It is compulsory for the all Gram Panchayat to take the Gram Sabha once in a 2 month or 3 month, and in that Gram Sabha they have to prepare the development plan of the village, and it shall be further proceed toward the BDO level officer. So this has to be decided in the meeting that the Gram Sabha was held, and the chairman, all elected members, office in charge, engineers, peoples from the village debated and finally listed important works to be taken, and the estimated expenditure was decided there. This plan had to be approved in Panchayat meeting and sent to be submitted to the Tehsil. Tehsil means Taluka. For further approval for sanction of the funds, the chairman of Panchayat, who was a first class contractor, met Mr. Sandeep and asked him to manipulate the funds estimates. Some of the other members, who themselves were a small time contractor, joined chairman in demanding manipulation of action plan. Mr. Sandeep strongly objected to this. One day of the meeting, which was a closed door meeting inside the Panchayat office, he was manhandled by some members in the office after he resisted their attempt to snatch the action plan and manipulate it. This happening is happened in Gram Panchayat. He was also threatened, that means Mr. Sandeep was threatened that if he didn't act according to their orders, he would be faced dire consequences and regular physical assault. The commotions alerted a passerby to call a police. The chairman's version of the incident to the police is blatantly false, as he alleged that Panchayat secretary, means Mr. Sandeep, behaved in an indecent manner with female members. Means the case of the assault is reported by the chairman to the police. Police refused to accept his version of incident. He found himself helpless in face of corruptions, design and false allegations. Okay, in this case the incident regarding the Sandeep is given, and what is the demand of the question? You are the superior officers, means BDO. Sandeep contacted you and tells you his side of the story. At the same time, Panchayat members narrate their version. What are the options available before you in the given situation? This is the very sensitive issue to be handled to the BDO, and in this case the concept of the objectivity and the truthfulness of the event can be verified by the BDO. First is the case. Second is the case कि according to the villagers, Sandeep is involved in the assault of the female, but this case is not true. As a leader, you should not take any strict actions against Sandeep, because it can be a bad message in the administrations that without inquiring the event, we cannot punish someone. So there shall be a committee established by BDO, and the committee will inquire regarding the real incident happening, and there shall be a witness passing by, as well as the statements of the chairman, the statements of the female which already get assault according to the chairman, and the statements given by the Gram Sevak can be verified. Okay, so your point of view is that you have to handle case with the objectivity, because it is a very serious matter. Okay, next one is that it is also your duty to examine the action plan which is the cause of this event. So as a BDO, you shall investigate the proper planning regarding the action plan of the village. And what is the next given? What will be your course of action and why? Sheetal, what will be the course of action on the place of BDO?
Yes, sir.
Yes. What will BDO will do? Are you getting the case?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
पूर्णपणे नाही.
Okay. What will you do if you are on the place of the BDO, means block development officer? will you punish some Mr. Sandeep, the Gram Sevak of the village, or the case of the assault will be registered against him? Let me inquire. Yes,
Sir, case against him.
case against him, but according to the passerby or the statements of the Gram Sevak, means Mr. Sandeep, that he found himself helpless in the face of the corruptions and the false allegations are against him. So a proper inquiry can be done by the government or the department as a BDO. This will be your course of action. And third one is that no one who are guilty in that case cannot be punished, and you must be inquire the historical background of the chairman also, as well as the members of the committee, as well as the female who got assaulted. You must have to inquire by the police the historical background of these all characters. Okay, after that you can give your suggestions. Let me move forward. Case 2. Case 2 is that he have been appointed as the district collector of the district in Uttarakhand, which is known for its ethno-medical plants. Means you are appointed as a district collector and your land is known as ethno-medical plants, okay, used by indigenous traditional healers for curing different medical conditions. The State Ministry of Health has recently passed a circular to promote these traditional healing practices, as allopathic treatment through government organization has a limited accessibility to different part of the state. Means there is a circular of the Ministry of the Health that you can use the plant for the treatments of the masses, because there are limited facility of allopathy. Means there are limited numbers of the doctors as well as hospitals. So according to the government organization has a limited accessibility to different parts. However, you recently have been informed by the superintendent of the police, means SP of your district, about many cases in which the patient have been cheated by some self-proclaimed traditional healers. Because we already know that where there is a limitations of allopathy treatment, there are many traditional healers. Some are fake, some are good. They provide the good treatment. So the SP told you that there are some malpractices regarding the treatments of the by traditional healers. This has led poor credibility and trustworthiness among the people for herbs based medical treatment. So we have to increase the faith among the masses regarding the ethnic traditional medicinal plants. So explain the situational dilemma of the collector. The dilemma is that on the one side we have to formulate a policy regarding by the guidelines of the government of health department, and we have to continue it. On one side we have to promote ethnic medicine plants treatment, and on the second hand there are many cases happening in your territory regarding the proclaimed traditional healers, means cheaters, and they treat the public not according to the science. They only the peoples are get cheated by some proclaimed traditional healers. So on the one side you have to follow the government guidelines, on the second side there you have to increase the faith of the masses regarding the medicinal plants treatments. So this is the dilemma. Second, suggest some measures initiative you will be taken so that such traditional practices get more social approval and thus more utility is generated through it. Yes, Shital, can you tell me? What a collector can do?
सर जे लोग डिटेक्ट करते हैं त्यांना सर्च करेल प्रयत्न करणार.
हाँ, नेक्स्ट. The stricter action will be taken. The stricter action will be taken against some cheaters who are engaged in proclaimed traditional healers. Okay? And second is that you must provide some awareness among the masses regarding these facilities, or there shall be some awareness programs, or you can provide some treatments by the government direct to the masses on the cough, healings, pain. You can provide directly to the masses by advertisement. We already know the medicinal plants. We already know the medicinal plants. Okay, so we have to get it, and we have to given the awareness regarding the ethnical plants toward the masses. Let just introduce me, how can we provide awareness programs among the masses? Yes, can you tell me, how can we provide, how can we aware the people regarding the medicinal plants?
Sir, through channel, in advertisement, and take a program.
Okay. The programs will be taken by the department, so that
Yes, sir.
there shall be treatments directly given to the citizens. And we already know that the medicinal plants like tulsi, various herbs can be easily accessible to the masses, so they can use the treatments. You can provide some telecalling facilities to the citizens, that if they want some emergencies guidelines or suggestions from the Ministry of the Health, you can provide. So you can provide them some telecommunication facilities. You can attach, as a district collector, you can attach the video conferencing between the citizens and directly to the doctors, Ayurveda doctors, so that they can understand the situations and the treatments. Okay. So these case studies is very important for us, and we already know that there is a we can provide some stricter actions regarding the proclaimed traditional healers who cheated the peoples. Strict action can be taken on them. We already know that Indian Medicinal Plants Act 1956, by which a person who is cheating on the cause of the treatments by medicinal plants can be punished imprisonment up to 1 year. This is the law provisions given in the Indian Medical Act 1956. So you have to mention it, and with the law you provide some suggestions to measure this case. Are you getting, Sheetal?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Is your any view regarding the this situational dilemma? You want to say something?
No, sir.
Okay, let me move forward. You are appointed as a junior engineer in a tehsil. Tehsil means a taluka, a block. You have been given responsibility to monitor Manrega. Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Scheme is there. Work undertaken by various Gram Panchayats, and you have also been given authority to give technical sanctions to all Manrega's work. In one of the panchayat, you notice that your predecessors, means your previous officer had wrongly monitored many works, and in some cases he even approved the work that never existed. It is a fault of administration. Okay. After a few days, elected members of the panchayat arrive with bundle of the Manrega job cards to seek sanctions for the work done by them. When inquired properly, they accept that they were contractors who had completed work under Manrega. When you reject their illegal demands, they threaten you and dire consequences, and warn how his predecessor, junior engineer, was made to quit his job on the same ground. This being your first job, it is very important to sustain your family. There have been precedent in the past that some junior officials were beaten to death in some part of some same tehsil. How do you deal with the current situations? On the one hand, this job is very important for you for the survival of your family. On the second hand, there is a threat to your life, and on the third hand, you have to be very positive regarding your role and responsibility of your job. Means on the one side is job profile, on the second side is life threatening, and on the one side survival of your family. To whom you choose? Yes, Sheetal, what would be your dealing?
Certain rules and regulations.
Rules and regulation are okay, according to the rules and regulations and role and responsibility. Okay. In this case, there are many circumstances can be predicted there. You are the junior engineer, and you can show the contractor that this work is not any more manipulated as my past officers had granted. You should not focus on the what happened in the past. You may get aware contractor regarding the changing of the rules or the direct benefit of transfer, and there shall not be more chances to be for the corruption is there. So you should tell them, or you should communicate with the contractors or the Manrega workers regarding the changing rule of the Yojana. First thing is that. Second is thing that you must tell police regarding the safety of your life, and your life is threatened by some contractors. You can complain against them. Third one is that the job is important to you, but upon the job you must provide some role and responsibility. No doubt, because our job is responsible for the survival of our family. But what about the masses? We must consider masses as our family. That is the first case. And second case is that if you threatened by the contractors and you keep mum regarding and you sanction that work without inspecting, your ethnic values get disturbed. You are not satisfied by your work. So how can we promote such malpractices? So always remember that there are many approaches. If someone or the political pressures or the contractor or any other than the public servant is getting threatened you, don't worry about that. The protection and the laws are made for the protection of the workers. So don't worry about that. You must focus on your work of inspections, evaluations of Manrega works, and you shall approve these card only when the actual work is done on that panchayat. Okay, so you should not be worried about your life, because your life is controlled or the safeguarded by the administrative procedure. So don't worry about that. Getting, Sheetal?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let me move forward. Your area, a block development officer. You are a block development officer in your home state. Home state means in my state means in Maharashtra. You have been invited by Panchayat secretary to attend Gram Sabha. Gram Sevak invited you for Gram Sabha meeting. The purpose of the meeting to allot the houses to the poor with a noble aim to make this panchayat free make shift dwellings and huts. So we already know the initiative taken by the government of India up to 2022. Everyone has its own shelter. So we have to create some shelters to the poor. So you are invited by the Gram Sevak. You are the block development officer. What is the role and responsibility of block development officer? He is the executive head of the Panchayat Samiti. So all the work done by the Panchayat Samiti is managed and controlled and led by BDO. So always remember that whenever there is a Panchayat Samiti nearest you in any taluka, there shall be a BDO level officer. He is a class 1 officer and he is equivalent to deputy CEO, means chief executive officer. He is the equivalent to deputy CEO. So always remember that whenever there is a Panchayat Samiti, there is a block development officer, and when there is a Tehsil, there is a Tehsildar. Okay, law and maintaining officer of the Tehsil. So there is a clear direction that state government that pucca houses should be provided to all the needy, and also to make sure that no village has a single hut anywhere. In that meeting, a very old widow approaches you and tells you her plight. She informed that she is living in a hut which is dilapidated and is about to collapse. The old woman is telling to you the situation of her. She all alone in the village and is at the fag end of her life. You get moved by her plight and offer her a new house out of empathy. Means you are very sentimented by the words of the old lady and you granted it. Okay, next one. What happened? The Panchayat secretary then informed you that she was allotted a house few years ago and she had sold the house to pay her husband debt. Some villagers who treat her insane old lady also raise objection to grant her another house. She already got one. So the demand of the villagers is that if the lady already had granted and she sold it, so how can we grant the another house to her? That is the case. Question is that she is very old. She is almost begging you to the help. Selling her previous house is considered an illegal act as per the Panchayat rule. She has nowhere to go. As per the government directives, she also cannot continue to live in her hut. In this case, what decision will you take to care of all concerned? Explains with reasons. What to do with the lady? Yes, Sheetal. What to do? What to do with the lady? Are you getting the case study?
Yes, sir.
Okay. काय केलं पाहिजे? I am giving you options whether we permitted or the granted the new hut for the lady, old lady, because the condition of the lady is very pathetic. Second one is that shall we provide, we should not grant her because she already had allotted it and she sold it. Third one is that can we take the help of the NGO rather than this Yojana? And fourth one is that you can approve that case as a special, you can approve that case as a special case to your superior. Yes?
सर ते नेटवर्क इश्यू झाला होता केस परत सांगा ना ऑप्शन्स.
Options, I told you options. First option is that you can grant permitted for the new hut to the old lady. Second, you denied because she already allotted and she sold it to other person. Third one is that can you take the help of the NGO, other NGO rather than this Yojana and provide them some hut. And fourth one is that you can provide your superior as a special case of the lady and you take permission from your superior officer regarding that Yojana.
सर फोर्थ अँड थर्ड म्हणजे बरोबर वाटतात ऑप्शन.
Okay. On the one hand, there is a rule and regulation. On the second hand, the pathetic condition of the citizens as well as the empathy of this administration toward the old lady, that is the dilemma. So always remember that you should not manipulate any rules and regulation provided by the government first. Second one is that there is always possibility of peripheral options as you are working as a BDO. So always remember that if the lady is not suitable for this job or this Yojana or this hut, then she will be denied and some other provisions will be taken by BDO to provide her a new shelter. Okay, so cooperation, awareness, and you can provide shelter to the old lady by providing the special case of that, and you can grant the another hut for her. Okay, always remember that you have been appointed to execute the rules and regulation. You are not appointed to update the rules and regulations. It is a first case. Okay, you are appointed for execution. You are not appointed for the updation or corrections in the rules and regulation. Getting? Because shelter is provided to a person once in a life. If we provide multiple time access of the shelter to one person, what will happen? It is a huge economical loss of the administration. Are you getting what I am talking?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next one. In recent times, we have seen increasing debate for a lateral entry to public services. What is a lateral entry? Lateral entry means the highest position of the administrations are directly filled by the expert of that concerned subject. Means, for example, assistant commissioners of sales tax can be directly filled not by the recruitment, it directly filled by the experts in the income tax department. This is known as the lateral entry. One is there is a procedure of regular freshers entry, and second is the lateral entry. Okay, it is well known the fact foundation values for the private sector and the public services differs considerably. In such scenario, how to ensure that there should not be any compromise on the foundational value required for the civil services? Because in the past few years, we already had the lateral entry at the post of the secretary, deputy secretary level. So they are directly directly appointed by the lateral entry. So a person who is a graduate and going through various stages of the examination, prelims, mains, interview, then training, then in-service training, whatever it may be. It is a direct approach. And what is the lateral entry? Lateral entry is the appointment of a such personality who is the expert and the master in that particular field. Okay, by taking only interview, you can appoint it. You should not give any prelims, mains examination. So this is known as the lateral entry. So this case is happening, and you have to discuss the pros and cons of both sides. So to whether you are in the favor of the lateral entry recruitment or not, Sheetal, whether you are in favor of lateral entry or not? Yes.
सर साऊंड नाही शकत.
Okay. Let I told you. Always remember that every regulations, rules and regulation and the policy is designed by the experts. So you should not be worried about the decision taken by the government. So and in any case, you will be firm believer on the administration. That is the first case. Second case, if we compare the public and the private sectors, just tell me what is the condition of the BSNL and what is the condition of the Jio in the recent time? Who is more efficient?
सर जिओ प्रोग्रेस करते हैं, BSNL नहीं.
Okay. What is the cause behind that? Because there are some targets provided in the private field to the employee, so that they can be achieved. But if we compare that situation with the public departments, we find that there are no targets are terminated or the situated, and there is no SWOT management there, no leadership is there. So we are lacking behind as a public sector. So what is the lateral entry? It is the fusion of public and private engagement. Means on the one hand, there are many public services recruited by the direct entry, and on the second hand, there shall be experts in the lateral entry. The fusion of both services can make the revolutionary trends in the administration. That is the case. Getting? So,
Yes, sir.
though you are the aspirant of the UPSC, while writing the answers, you must go with the lateral entry is essential in some context. And if we take the examples of some technical department, health department, then technical department, and the medicinal department, environment department, special experts are important to improve the condition of that sector. So lateral entry is beneficial to you. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Which foundational values can be compromises? Tell me. Subject knowledge, professional ethics, probity, certainty. Okay, these values can be fundamental values, or the management, leadership, and commitment toward the citizenship. That values can be compromises. Okay, let me move forward. We already had learned about this case in the last lecture. Shivkasi in Tamil Nadu is known for the manufacturing clusters of fireworkers and matches. The local economy of the area are largely depend on the firecracker industry. It has led tangible economical development and improved the standard of life in your area. So far as the child labor norms for hazardous industries like firecrackers industry are concerned, International Labour Organization has set minimum age 18 years. In India, however, the age is 14 years. The unit in the industrial cluster for firecrackers can be classified into registered and non-registered entities, One typical unit is household based work. Though the law is clear on the use of the child labor employment norms in registered, non-registered unit, it does not include the household based work. Household based work means children working under the supervision of the parents and relatives to avoid child labor norms. Several units project themselves as a household based works but employ children from outside. On your visit as a district collector of Sivkasi to one of the such unit, the owner takes you around the unit which has 10 to 15 children below 14 age years. The owner tell you that the household based unit, the children are all his relative. You notice that several children smirk when the owner tell you this. On the deeper inquiry, you figure out that neither the owner nor the child are able to satisfactorily establish their relationship with each other. Bring out and discuss the ethical issues involved in the above case. What would be your action after such visit? The case is about the child labor. Second is that as a rules and regulation, an administrator should know the meaning of the law, because you have to know the international child labor's guidelines as well as the child labor law of India, and you must be aware the registered, non-registered or household work, how they are worked in such calamities. The first case is that, and second case is that the problem of the employment in your area. Why the children are engaged in that hazardous activity? Because poverty is the major reason behind that. So you must aware the awareness program. You must arrange the awareness programs in the school, colleges, and make them aware regarding the hazardous impact of this hazardous duty to them. And you can examine or you can evaluate the documentations of all these Shop Act, as well as the documentation Aadhaar card of the children. So you can arrange them whether they belongs to the relative or not. So, and you can tell them the owner if there is a violation of the Child Labor Act or Juvenile Justice Act, then many stricter action can be taken. So you must aware the owner also. So this is the case. This case belongs to the child labor, unemployment of your area. It belongs to the documentations, as well as these case studies also predicted the meaning of many laws regarding the child. Okay. Here is the description given of International Labour Organization. So the guidelines of international means ILO regarding the child labor law can be justified by the officer. Next one, that Mr. X has recently cleared a central government recruitment exam. Means he is Miss X is employed now and joined her dream job. We already know that when we are selected, it's our dream job. During the first year of her work, she got whiff of the musky hiring practices in our department. She is getting shocked. What is happening there? The connivance of the vested interest was subverting the recruitment, and the corruption was denying job opportunity to deserving candidate. Means she is appointed in such a department which takes the examinations and recruitment procedures, and she was shocked to find that how the competitive takes for the prospective applicants was reduced to a farce, as invigilators were allowed the examiner to cheat. She also came to know the invigilators who were government employee of the same department were allowing applicant to cheat in the test because the applicants had already been chosen for the job. Many of these pre-chosen employees were the friends of the current employee, and a lot of them had paid huge amount as a bribe for the favors. Miss X reported this to her immediate boss, Mr. Y. However, she was told to turn blind eyes to such brazen irregularities and corruption. Mr. Y told Miss X, "You saw nothing, you heard nothing, you do as you are told, and you will be rewarded." So this is the guideline provided by your immediate boss. Okay, like the bandars of the Mahatma Gandhi, you cannot be heard, you cannot be seen. Okay, is it a real or a hypothetical case? What do you think? Okay, let me move forward. Miss X was absolutely shocked, not only by the corruption, but that it was deliberately being swept under the carpet. Miss X felt torn between the choice of the meetings her financial needs through her jobs and or speaking against the depravity of her department officials in sweeping recruitment malpractices under the carpet. Analyze the situation, different options available to Miss X, and what Miss X shall do to come out from this situation. There are many such Miss X in the administrations. They are keeping their mum to save their job. So Sheetal, just tell me why she is getting shocked. Why Miss X is getting shocked?
सर म्हणजे ते एक्झाम्स देऊन क्लिअर झाला ते जॉब आणि त्यांना असेच पडून गेले त्यामुळे शॉक झाला.
Because their colleagues or the employee of the same department are engaged in the activity of the malpractices such as corruptions and bribery, and they are supported by their seniors also.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what are the options available? Different options. First, she can complain against their colleagues or the employee who already had engaged in the malpractices. Second, she can resign because her inner voice tell her that this is not a proper place for her. Third one, she can communicate with the employee and she can aware the other employees regarding such practices. And fourth one, she can complain to the superior officer of Mr. Y against the Mr. Y. She can complain the senior of the Mr. Y about the Mr. Y, means highest authority of the department. Okay. Fourth number. Okay. And what about the
सर एम्प्लॉई जे बाकीचे एम्प्लॉईज आहेत जे इमानदार आहेत त्यांना पण कॉम्युनिकेट करू शकतो.
Absolutely right. We can collaborate some good officials along with you.
Yes, sir.
And take a meeting regarding that, because such malpractices are prohibited by the rules and regulations of the administration. First is the case. Second is the case that if you are very clean and clear in your duty, you will be threatened to keep mum, means to shut your mouth, and then you cannot hear anything, or you are dominated. If your work is very clear and according to the law. So always remember that we are there not for the corruptions, because already the payment is provided by the government on a regular date. Second is that our job is important, as well as it is our humble duty to cure the environment or the disease which are already spread, like the corruptions in our department. So curbing the corruptions in your department and assisting your colleagues to curb the corruptions is your fundamental duty as an administrator. Always remember. Okay. What were the different options available to Miss X? We already discussed. Examine the merit and demerit of the option. What happened if she complains this, to the superiors regarding the Mr. Y? Then Mr. Y will be giving you some your feedback regarding the that you are not performing very well. You have to means they are forcing you to your work has been done according or efficient manner. Okay, because we are very efficient, so we should not be worried about the guidelines provided by Mr. X. Getting the case, Shital?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Is there any your own view regarding the case?
No, sir.
Okay. Next one is that you are the district collector of the area, of an area where many religious communities live in harmony with each other. Means your area is very democratic and religious in nature. Your area of authority includes the administration of press media established in your district. For the last few days, there have been complaints regarding a few cartoons which were published in the newspaper operating in your area jurisdiction. The cartoons are in the form of a satire on the religious leaders of the community. Many prominent people from that community have complained to you and have also warned that protests will be there if action is not taken on urgent basis. Small incident of the stone pelting on newspaper copies have been also there, against which FIR is already been launched by the newspapers. There are full chances that the situation may become violent if another set of such cartoons appears in the coming issues of that newspaper. Analyze the situation and dilemma while you are facing and suggest what shall be the right course of the action in that situation. What will you do? First, you are the law and maintaining officer of the district, so you must be aware these situations to both of the components. For example, newspaper agency as well as the leaders of the religious leaders who is forcing to you regarding the complaints of the newspapers agency. Second is that you must aware the leaders of the religious community regarding the freedom of speech, because it is the fourth pillar of our democracy. So if you find some substance, if you don't find some substance in the cartoon, because it is an art, so you should not be very worried regarding the what cartoons are drafted. We already had seen the cartoons of the prime minister, president, and such cartoons can be they hurted by that cartoons, but they never complained about that. So you shall make aware regarding the freedom of speech of the newspapers to the community leader, so that they can be very industrious or the approachable regarding the newspaper agency, and you can provide them the IPC 427, the damage of the government property. IPC 427, the damage of the government property, because newspaper agency, stone pelting on the newspaper agency is also providing the law and order situation is there. So IPC 427, you can provide them and tell them if this act is happening, then you will be arrested on the ground of IPC 427. So what will be the right course? First one is that maintaining law and order. Second is that you must validate the probe. Third one is that you must communicate with the newspaper agency as well as the community leader to make the harmony between them. And fourth one is that the protection of the right of the democracy, that is the freedom of speech. Okay, Sheetal, getting?
Yes, sir.
Next one is that you are the Director General of Police in a state with many communally sensitive areas and big youth population which is finding hard to live an honorable life due to unemployment, poverty, deprivation. A new terrorist group has emerged at the global level and is trying to recruit the young people from a particular community in the organizations for carry out militant activity. This new group also want to establish its branch in your state. You have got an intelligence tip from the state's CID and more than 20 youth have already been contacted by the terror group through social media and local communal organizations, and things will go out of hand if something soon is not done. This case is recently happened with the terror group ISIS. You know ISIS group, Islamic group, ISIS. So this case study depends on the recent issue, updated issues. So they contacted to our youth, and some anti-national activities are done by our youth. So analyze the situation from the different perspective. Here is the condition of the law and order. Second, you can take you can make awareness programs in the college and schools and colleges regarding that activity. Third one is that your intelligence unit had been appointed, and whatever the information provided by them against any youth, you can be proved that incident. So your intelligence section can be aware. And third one is that you can appoint the inquiry of such suspected youth. They are in the influence of the such life threatenings or the anti-national or anti-patriotic situations or the organizations like ISIS, we can Boko Haram. Okay, such organizations are engaging the national youth in anti-national activity. So your approach is to take precautions regarding that. Getting, Sheetal? Getting the case?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Because you can arrange the system. You can arrange the system of internet also. Because many organizations, anti-national organizations, are engaging youth by social media. So you can prohibit such suspected websites also. The last one is that a trend of different caste group asking for the status of backward or other backward class. The reservation has been seen in the last 1-2 decades. There has been an increasing tendency among the various social groups to project themselves as a backward in the order to acquire the benefits of the reservation. Because this case is based on the reservation policy. Analyze the problem in detail. Different perspective indicative factor responsible for the problems. Why we are giving the status of the backward? Why we are using the word of the backward there? So why they are getting backward? It is the inactiveness of the government, inactiveness of the administration. So whenever there is a development, we shall not be need of the reservation. Okay, so always remember that the reservation can be given with the simultaneous on the economical ground also. On the economical ground also. I am not denying the right of the reservation. I am just telling you that reservation can be provided with hand in hand with the development as well as economical condition of the candidate. So why this tendency is seen even when being a member of OBC is considered bad? Because there are some psychological factors, there are some economical factors, there are some social factors, there are some historical factors are there, because caste based reservation system is always affect the psychology of the youth. So as an administrator, you should focus as a group member of OBC. You always always support as an administrator the reservation policy based on fair ground. What effect does this trend will have on nation at large in long term? So in the long term, there are needed some updations in the reservation system. Second is that our legal procedures have some flaws, loopholes regarding reservation that can be cleared. And third one, you shall be open, debateful regarding the reservation policies, because reservation is the right, but to whom the reservation can be provided, that is the meaningful aspect of the law, and it is only this decision only taken by the our constitutional framework as well as our Supreme Court. So always remember that as an administrator, why there is a need of the reservation? Because there is a lack of development in that area. So it is the duty of the administrator to provide facilities, yojnas to the needy and poor peoples. Okay, that is the case. Sheetal, are you getting?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what do you think? Why reservation is necessary in our country? Reservation is a debateful dilemma or a debateful dilemma in the wording of the law, because to every we cannot give the reservation to the all sections. Okay, so always remember that whenever there is a demand for the reservation, so we shall be very ethical in nature while binding the reservation issue with the economical progress. Getting, Sheetal?
Yes, sir.
In this lecture, we already had learned the 10 case studies. In the next lecture, we will see the case studies which already asked in the UPSC paper. So, be ethical, be confident while dealing with the case studies, because while reading the case studies, we already had learned about the central idea provided by the UPSC, and while we read the case study, the language of the case study is hypothetical in nature, but it is the relevant with the current situation. So for today we stop here. Have a great day, and we will meet tomorrow. Thank you.